Hi, Gabe here, West Coast SCI Physiotherapy. Today we're going to do a 10-minute stretch routine for the hips and thighs on the stairs. It's a little bit different than the last one because we're going to use the stairs as part of our equipment today. But again, if you have home stairs or stairs outside, equally should be fine. You want to make sure they're dry and obviously no one running up and down while you're doing it. Remember, we've got some strengthening videos and other stretches, so please do check out our channel and they're going to be linked down below in the description. And as always, please remember to subscribe, like, and comment so we can get you on some new videos as time goes on. So here we go for our stair-based stretches. So the first one will be a standing quad stretch. Now I'm going to be using the handrail. Obviously I'd suggest you do that for safety. So we're going to be standing on the stair or on the edge, holding the handrail. I'm going to grab my ankle and not my toes. And what I'm going to do is pull my knees together. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to pull my heel up towards my butt or my buttocks. I'm going to try to stay nice and straight. And even while I'm doing this, I'm going to slightly push my hip on that side. I'm stretching forward a little bit. And that should allow you to get a really nice stretch through the thighs. So we're going to try 30 seconds per leg. And there's our timer there. We're going to switch around. So I'm just going to try the other leg now. Oh, hopefully you can see me still in the frame. So here's our 30 seconds. So again, I'm grabbing the back or my ankle, bringing the heel towards my buttock. And as I do that, I'm slightly pushing my hip forward on that side to get a really nice stretching sensation through the thighs. So we're going to do about 6 exercises here and 30 seconds per each leg. And remember, of course, if you're feeling unwell, it's really painful, you can't keep up, it's okay to pause and check out the video later, or even just sit out one of the exercises. Okay, so there's our quads. Our next exercise, our hip flexor. So hip flexor being the front of your thighs. I'm gonna have one foot up, one foot down. I'm gonna do a pelvic tilt. So I'm gonna kind of, if I had a monkey tail, I'm gonna tuck my tail underneath me. And as I do that, I'm gonna lean forward into the stair. And then by doing so, I should feel a really nice stretch at the top of my thigh or top of my hip, kind of up into the groin area even. The more you tilt, the more you should feel that. So really important to get that pelvic tilt happening while you do this. Good, I'm just gonna shake that out real quick and let that person pass. And I'm gonna set for my next one, so other leg, pelvic tilt. So remember, really important to get that tilted pelvis before you initiate the lean. And then once I get the pelvic tilt, I'm gonna lean forward into the step. Again, you should really be feeling that at the top of your hips, holding onto that handrail for safety. And again, we're just gonna hold that for about 30 seconds. Really, the nice thing about stretching, especially after you've done some exercises, it just helps, it actually just feels good in general, but it'll help you recover, decrease the likelihood of getting kind of the muscle soreness that you get after a workout, keep you nice and limber, and then hopefully reduce pain. So next one is our hip abductor. So that's kind of the inner thigh. I'm gonna put my leg up on the step. And then as I do that, I'm gonna lean down or squat down slightly, and I'm gonna get a stretch into the inner thigh of the leg that's up on the stair. This will actually get your quad burning a little bit on that leg that you're standing on. If you need to hold the rail, feel free to do that. If you even need to lean against a wall slightly to kind of take a little bit of that weight off your thigh, because you're gonna start feeling a burning sensation, then feel free to do that as well. So I'm just gonna shake that out, because that was a bit of an intense stretch, that one. You can always do that on the ground as well if you're feeling that's too much. Here's a back angle of the same stretch. So again, leg up on the second stair for me, and just at my height, it feels comfortable. You can always put on the first step or even on the ground if you're feeling that's enough for you. Again, you're gonna put all that pressure on that standing leg, which is slightly bent. You'll probably get a bit of burning sensation to the quad, so just make sure if you're not able to handle it, take a break, pause the video, come back to it later. No problem there. All right, so moving on, kind of stretching that out for a second. Okay, we got some hamstrings up next. Foot, I'm gonna put on the second stair. Feel free to put on the first or even the ground. So with my foot up on the stair, toe pointing straight up ahead, I'm just gonna slightly stick my hips back, and as I stick my hips back, I'm gonna lean forward towards my foot. And again, I'm gonna hold that for about 30 seconds. Key thing is to drive the hips back before you lean forward. Most people will just think about trying to touch your toe, and you just won't get as an effective of a stretch if you do that. If you're finding the second stair is too high, bottom step's fine. Even the ground for some people might be enough. I'm gonna go on from the second stair again. You make your choice of how much you wanna do. My toes are pointing forward. I'm gonna drive my hip back. As I do so, I'm gonna slightly lean forward, and then you should feel that stretch down the back of your thigh, maybe into the back of your knee. So remember, as you stretch, you're always breathing, you're not holding your breath, only stretching to the point where you feel a comfortable, tolerable stretching sensation. It shouldn't necessarily be painful, and if it is, then you might want to get that checked out, because pain with stretching is not necessarily the aim of what we're trying to get. All right, a couple more stretches left. Our next one will be a calf stretch. So we're gonna stand up on the step. One foot is gonna be slightly behind. I'm gonna rest the ball of my foot on the step, and then I'm gonna drive my heel down towards the floor, and then get that stretch through the calf down here, just above the knee. The more you push down through the heel, the more you're gonna get that stretch. I'm gonna try to stay nice and upright, so I'm not leaning forward. You'll decrease the amount of stretch you'll get if you start leaning forward too much. So really try to stay upright and drive through the heel. And shake that out for a second or two, and then set up for our next foot. So again, the ball of your foot up on the stair, heel hanging off the back, driving the heel down towards the ground, again, staying nice and tall. My weight should be pushing straight down through that heel, and then I get that really good stretching sensation through the calf, which is that muscle that runs just above the ankle and just below the knee. It's good. So again, if it's too intense, that's not the purpose. It should feel a nice, gentle stretching sensation. And again, a lot of people will have tight calves, so hopefully you get a good stretch out of that one. Okay, we're gonna finish off with a glute stretch or a hip stretch. I'm gonna sit up on the stair for this one. It's gonna be that cross-legged stretch, so figure four is what I sometimes call it. I'm gonna cross my legs so my ankle is resting on my thigh. Some people might find that uncomfortable. You might wanna be up on the third step potentially. If you're a bit shorter, you might even be on the bottom step. And as I cross my legs, I'm gonna lean forward, chest towards my thighs, and then that should give me a stretch. In my case, with my left leg crossed over, I'm gonna get my left side. And very good, we're gonna switch over around. So again, some people may be up on the third step. I'll just show you that as well. I'm gonna be in the second. As my leg is crossed over, I'm just gonna push my chest down towards my thighs. I get a pretty good stretching sensation right into that hip and the side there. Again, if you're feeling any of these stretches super uncomfortable, even painful, not a bad idea to sit it out. Even maybe skip forward ahead to the next one, although this is our last one. Potentially even repeating one of the stretches that you are able to do is never a bad idea either. And again, if you are feeling a lot of discomfort, or even if you can't get into the position, it might be a good idea to seek help from a professional, because again, those are natural movements that your body should be able to handle. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching. Let us know in the comments if you have any suggestions for future videos. If you enjoyed what you saw, please don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. See you next time.